All right, so we've been given an offer of a penny that's doubled every day for 1 month, 30 days, or a one-time gift of 5 million. So it's like, I'm going to take the million. But what would you take? So how much money would you make on day 14? Well, obviously you'd make 5 million if you just got that. But what if we got the penny? So let's see what we have. What's our term? What's our very first thing? Right, so if we had a sequence of numbers or a series, as we're adding them all up, well, first we would have 0.01, then we would double that, so 0.02, that's 2 cents, and then double that, 0.04, and then 0.08, and keep going like that. So our term 1, well, that's almost nothing. It's just a penny. Now we do know our ratio. It said it doubled, so our R is 2. And the number of terms is 14. So how much money would we have? How much money would you make on day 14? So that is a question that's a TN question. We're not asking, can you sum up the first 14 days? That's only the 14th day. That's all we're looking at here. So we're going to do a TN, which is T1 times R to the n minus 1. So we're finding the 14th term. So the amount of money we make on day 14. So 0.01 times 2 to the power of n minus 1, so 14 minus 1, which is obviously just going to be 13, so 0.01 times 2 to the power of 13. So I have to go 2 to the 13 first and then times that by 0.01. So 2 to the power of 13, big number, but then times that by 0.01. So $81.92. So on that day alone, just under halfway, I've made 81 not made because it's being gifted to me, but I've been gifted $81.92. Okay. But now it's asking for how much do you have at the end of the month. So that would be a total. That would be a sum. We're looking for a sum question here. So I already have the stuff above. So term 1 is 0.01, and the number of terms is going to be 30, and well, my ratio is doubled, so it's always going to be 2. We're always timesing by 2. So now I can do the sum formula. So remember here, Sn is equal to T1, 1 minus R to the n, all over 1 minus R. And let's see if I can straighten this out. So I have a sum of 30. The first term, obviously very little, 0.01. That's my T1. 1 minus R, which in this case is 2. I don't need it in brackets because it's not negative. To the n, what's n? 30. Okay, all over 1 minus 2. Okay, so I got 0.01 times, now this is not a fraction, this is 2 to the 30. I don't even know if this is going to be in my calculator. Let's just try it. So can it go 2 to the power of 30? Yeah, look at that. It's a huge number. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use my other calculator here. I'll put it all in one line here at the top. So 0.01. Oops, bracket. So 0.01 and then bracket 1 minus 2 to the power of 30. Okay. That, and then I have, so negative, 1, I'll see where it is here. 10737 418. $4.18 and 23. Divided by -1. So that just changes it to positive. 107,37418.23. So how much is that? 10,737,418. So obviously that's a better choice. 10 million is over double what you would have been gifted, but you had to wait to the end of the month to get it, and you don't know that at the time, so it obviously takes a little bit more of a calculation. So when things double like that, they can grow very, very quickly. Like on the halfway through, I was only making $81 that day, and yet at the end, I got 10 million. Okay, let's take a look at the next question here. I'll zoom out so we can read it. Once production starts on a liquefied natural gas well, the pressure drops continuously, making the well produce less and less over the life of the well. So we got a well and it's producing less and less. The production of the well diminishes by 5% every month. The first month's production was 45, looks like 45 million. So on month 12, how much gas will be produced? So we've got 45, 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3. Sorry, not times, but that's how many it is. That's our first term. Okay. I should get rid of these commas because it's hard to keep track of everything here. The next one, how do we get to it? How do we find out what the next is? If we're losing 5%. Well, losing 5% is the same thing as keeping 95. So we're going to times it by 0.95 because that means we're keeping 95%, and that also means we're losing the 5. So 45 million times 0.95. So 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 times 0.95, 42,750. So 42 and then 750. I don't want to do commas. And so it's going to keep going like this. So it's helpful to do that just so that we can kind of figure out, well, what's our T1? Well, our T1 is 45 million. And what's our R? Well, our R is 0.95. Not maybe intuitive, because you think it might just be 5%, but it's actually, you're keeping 95%. And what does it want to know? Our 12 months, so n equals 12. So the question is, are we finding the sum of the first 12, or are we just finding the 12th month? So on month 12, how much gas will be produced? So I think it's just asking for what is the 12th month? How much gas will be produced on the 12th month? So that's going to be a Tn question. So Tn equals T1 R to the n minus 1. So we're finding T12. So the first term, 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 45 million times 0.95 to the n minus 1, which would be 12 minus 1. So 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.95 to the 11. So that's going to be an interesting number, which means I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm going to just put it in a calculator and see what it says. So 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's 45 million times 0.95. You don't actually need it in brackets because it's not negative, but I did anyways. You can do it either way. Okay, so 25596. 259. Oh, I've already lost track. So there we have it. 25596000415. So what actually is that? Well, that's 25,596,004.15 liters. A lot less than the 45 million that we were originally doing. So you can write a little sentence here. The 12th month produced this many liters, 25 million. And so that's what it's asking for. It's not asking for a sum. How much in total has it produced over those 12 months? Usually the word over is very helpful, but just how much gas is produced or will be produced on that month. So what will be the monthly production of the well in 4 years? Okay, let's just change it here. So what will be the total production of the well in 4 years? So the total, that's going to be sum. So we're going to sum up all of the production over 4 years. It's probably going to break the calculator. It's just so much. I mean, the first one was 45 million, and then we're adding up all of the rest. But 48 years, note that this is in months, so this will have to be 48 months. So just keep that in mind, because we're doing things by monthly production, right? So let's take a look here. T1, well, that was the 45 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. N, the number of months, 48. R is our rate. Remember that are we losing 95? No, we're keeping 95. So 0.95. And I'm finding the sum. So Sn equals T1 1 minus R to the N all over 1 minus R. S to the 48 equals 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 0.95. Now I don't need to keep that in brackets. I think I said that before, just because that is not negative, so I'm just going to leave it. And then 1 minus 0.95. Oh, and N is 48. Sorry. I don't know why I wrote N. So 48. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be putting this all into my calculator. So first of all, 1 minus 0.95 is 0.05. But I don't know what that top's going to be. So 45, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bracket, 1 minus 0.95. I don't need that in brackets. It's not negative, to the 48. And then close the bracket. What do I have? Okay, 411,63408. Okay, I recorded that there, 411,63408. Yep. And now I can divide that. So divide, so this is answer divided by 0.05. Didn't break it, but we're at 823 million. I'll write that down. Okay, so there you go. I wrote that down. It is a huge amount. 411,634. I'm trying to write something a little nicer. 823,268,168.7 liters. That's how much is been produced over 4 years, 48 months. That's the total sum. All right. So I will just zoom this out in case you need to copy anything down. And that is it for this video.